And we're live. We're live on YouTube. Welcome everybody to the cafe. Come on in, grab a cup of coffee or tea, pull up a chair, and let's hang out. Got my coffee right here. Welcome to Michelle's Mystic Corner. No, I'm not Michelle. Michelle's dealing with a family emergency right now. So she's unable to be here. So I thought I'd fill in, even if it's just for a half hour or something, so we can all hang out. I've got some great stuff for you. We're going to talk the world year number, personal year numbers. I've got a message from the universe for the new year for you as well on a PDF. Yes. I'm also going to hand out a PDF cheat sheet on all the personal year numbers as well. Yep. So Michelle's our thoughts and prayers go out to Michelle. She's dealing with some things, and boy, uh she's been dealing with stuff for months now. It seems to be like an endless roller coaster. On today's show, she was going to talk about power name numbers from numerology. So she said she's going to record that topic and we will upload it on the channel at a later date. So we're switching from power name to personal year numbers. Yeah. Before we get into that, let me let everybody know we'll be doing free mini readings on the show today. So just put your specific question here in the chat or request a message from the universe if you don't have a specific question. I can pull some cards, see what comes up. If you want to skip the line and get your question answered right away, no waiting, we'll spend more time with you. Just grab us a cup of coffee at www.tarotbiz.com/coffee. That's tarotbiz.com/coffee. Grab us a cup of coffee. Let me know in the chat. And hey, we'll go right to you. Yeah. So let me bring up my cheat sheet. By the way, the personal year number sheet that I'm going to give out. Actually, let me do that first. Let me put the personal year PDF link, the link to that PDF, into the chat right now. There we go. Okay, so you guys can follow along. This cheat sheet that's got the personal year numbers, something about each number for that year, it doubles for the world year. So the world year, 2026, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 6 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. So we're in a world year of 1. So what would apply if you're in a personal year of 1 is the same thing. It's the same thing. So we're in a world year of 1. This is the year of the magician. And we're beginning a whole new world year cycle. See, we go through these cycles of 9 years. Also, you have your personal year, and that is, I'll explain how to calculate that in a minute, but it is basically your attitude number plus the world year number is where you are in the cycle, which for most people, not everybody, but for most people, it's different from the world year number. So you have to kind of look at both because we're all this year under the influence of 1, but you may be somewhere else in the cycle and you have to see how that lines up, conflicts, things like that. So we're beginning a new cycle, new beginnings. Don't let fear hold you back. A green light to take advantage of new opportunities, a do-over, independence, innovation, and being the best you can be. Your personal power is considerable, so just go for it. I mean, this is the big green light moment and year. Now, there are some things on the shadow side, like letting your ego get in the way, being stubborn, being bossy. So watch out for those things in a world year of 1. And I also want to mention you're one of a kind. Celebrate your leadership and your uniqueness. It's the year of the magician, and the magic is in you. There we go. So that's a little bit about the world year of one. And one of the reasons I really wanted to do today's show, fill in for Michelle, was because we had to cancel our first show of the year. And I got to look at the calendar here. It was supposed to be, I think, last Saturday and Sunday. And it's only been a week, but I completely forget what was going on. But I know I was under the weather on I'm trying to think. I think Michelle might have done her show, but the first Psychic Cafe show of the year was supposed to be on the 4th, and Michelle and I were, both under the weather. Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember. Michelle had to cancel the 3rd because she had an event with her kid. Actually, I think it was her granddaughter, maybe. So she was going to be on the show with me on the 4th, and we were going to start the year out and ring in the new year and do the personal year one, personal year numbers, the message, everything. But we had to cancel. My voice was shot. I guess I sang too much karaoke Saturday night, and Michelle was just overwhelmed from the previous day. So we decided to cancel. So that's why I didn't want to cancel today. So, what's going on let's see. Numira's in the chat, and Maria. Hi, everybody. Yay. And Numira wants a message from the universe, and Maria is asking about the cyst again. Maria, didn't we already do that? I think we already covered that. Anyway, we'll get to the questions in the chat in just a minute or two here. More to cover. I've got a message for everybody. I was just pulling my normal card of the day for the show, and actually ended up getting 2 cards. And the universe, through the tarot wanted to give a whole New Year's message, really. So I decided, you know what? I need to put this on a PDF for everybody. So I have the link, and I'm going to put this in the chat. New Year's message. And this link here, thetarotguild.com/2026. What is it? New Year's reading. Okay. And I'm going to see if I can put that up here. There we go. thetarotguild.com/2026 New Year reading. I know it's a little long, but anyway, when you go to that link, you'll be able to download the message for yourself, and it's got a lot of information. So you're going to want to take the time to go through that. That's why I put it on as a PDF. Also, if you didn't catch that personal year number PDF yet, you can grab that at tarotguild.com/personal year. There we go. Okay, so what did I get? I got the Knight of Pentacles for the card of the day. And I'm going to pull that PDF up too, and we'll go through it together a little bit here. So I pulled the card of the day, but then I felt like I needed to pull another card. Basically, we got the Knight of Pentacles, and I wanted to see, what is the Knight of Pentacles helping you navigate as you step into January 2026. And I pulled the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords there. Yeah. So as we stand at the threshold of 2026, the Knight of Pentacles arrives with a steady hand and a clear gaze. Unlike other knights who rush headlong into battle or chase fleeting inspirations, this knight is the master of the slow build. He doesn't gallop, he treads with purpose, And here is his message for you as you transition into the new year. So the first thing is honoring the long game. The Knight of Pentacles represents the bridge between a dream and its physical reality. Remember, Pentacles is about the physical realm. In 2025, you likely planted many seeds. Some grew, others are still dormant. As you enter 2026, the message is patience. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles is all about patience. You aren't behind. That's one of the significant messages. You are not behind. I know a lot of us feel that way, but you're not. You're simply ensuring the foundation is deep enough to support the height of your ambitions. Number two, practicality is a superpower. While the world often rewards hustle and disruption, this card celebrates consistency. Look for routines. What worked in 2025? And reliability in 2026, your greatest asset will be your ability to show up day after day and do the boring work that leads to extraordinary results. And number three of this message, stewardship of resources. The pentacle is not about, not just about money, but it's about your body, your time, your energy. The knight asks you to be a good steward of your vessel. Wealth is built in the quiet moments of discipline, not just the loud moments of achievement. So we got a mantra for you. Is Dr. Rose in here, the mantra queen? Hopefully she's going to join us. But yes, Rose, I actually have a mantra for 2026. I build my future with steady hands and a focused heart. My persistence is my path to prosperity. Yep. So make that your mantra, write it down or copy and paste it from this PDF that you download. So here's some key themes for your 2026 journey. The Knight's advice. Career, focus on mastery and finishing what you started. Oh my God, I am so guilty of this. And we have so many interests, many of us, and as a Gemini, I'm really bad. Got so many focuses, so many irons in the fire. But what happens with that is you never master any one thing. What, oh shoot, I'm trying to think of the phrase. Geez, the the master of none one. What is that? Trying to see if jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah, that's the one. That's what I was thinking of. Um, so this year, finish your research, your study into one thing and master that. Next theme, finances. Low risk, high consistency growth is favored over get rich quick schemes. Wellness, establish a physical routine that anchors your mental health. All these, I'm looking at these and it's hilarious because I think all of these apply to me. I need to focus and master one thing and finish what I started, right? And do the consistent, low risk, but consistent plotting. The Knight of Pentacles is often seen as plodding along, and then wellness. I've been saying this for a long time, that especially at my age, I need to go to the gym again. And then spirituality, find the sacred in the mundane. Treat your work as a form of prayer. Now, Eckhart Tolle used to talk about this, where, doing the dishes, sweeping the floor. If you're fully in the moment, not thinking about the past, which is gone and no longer affects us, not thinking of a possible future that doesn't exist yet, but staying in the now. Anything we do physically with our bodies, especially if we focus on it, it brings us into the now. And this is a spiritual practice. Okay. So a little bit more. The sun is set on 2025. Take a deep breath. That's what I want everybody to do. Okay. And get ready for the new year. But you need to take a deep breath. You don't have to have every answer here in January. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles assures you that as long as you keep moving forward, one deliberate step at a time, you will reach the kingdom you are building. So, as I said, I did pull a second card. As you can see here, the Eight of Swords. By the way, this is my new deck for 2026, the Soho Tarot. Absolutely love this. Gorgeous cards, gorgeous cards. So, the Eight of Swords, what is the Knight of Pentacles helping you to navigate? So, this is a powerful pairing. While the Knight of Pentacles represents your physical reality and your ability to build, the Eight of Swords represents the mental traps that might try to slow you down. And that's a big part of the message today. The challenge is breaking the mental cage. The Eight of Swords often depicts a figure bound and blinded by swords, surrounded by swords. And of course, we know swords, if you've listened to this show for any length of time, swords are thoughts and ideas. And often we have too many of those. And it represents self-imposed limitations, overthinking, or the feeling of being stuck, even when the exit is right in front of you. In fact, in this version of the Eight of Swords, he's even less surrounded, and the path is even more clear than in other versions of the Eight of Swords and other decks. So in the first month of 2026, you might face analysis paralysis, feeling like you can't move forward until everything is perfect. Old narratives, voices from 2025 telling you you aren't ready or the goal is too far away. Artificial barriers, beliefs that you are trapped by your circumstances, finances, time, lack of help. All of these are false. So, how the Knight of Pentacles solves this? The Knight is the perfect medicine for the Eight of Swords. He doesn't get caught up in the drama of the mind. He focuses on the ground beneath his feet. So here's three steps that we can do here. Action over anxiety. When you feel stuck in your head in January, the Knight tells you to do something physical, which that's what we were just talking about. Clean your desk, file those papers, take a walk. Physical movement breaks mental cycles. Number two, one step at a time. The figure in the Eight of Swords feels overwhelmed by the whole forest. The Knight only cares about the next 10 feet of the path. If you focus on the immediate task, the swords will naturally fall away. And number three, the blindfold's loose. Look closely at the card. The person isn't actually locked in. The Knight of Pentacles encourages you to use common sense to realize that you have more agency than you think. So here's a New Year insight. The transition from 2025 to 2026 isn't about magical transformation. It's about the liberation of your will. You're being asked to stop waiting for permission or for the perfect time and to simply start the work. I've actually done a lot of that in my own circumstances, in my own life, in the last few weeks, actually. And as you know, we launched a new private community for our members on school, which I'll possibly be talking about later in the show, if there's time. And that's all part of this for me. As we leave 2025 behind and step into January 2026, the Knight of Pentacles wants you to move from thinking to doing. To clear the mental fog of the Eight of Swords, he proposes a grounding ritual called the physical clearing. So here's your night's task, the 3-step anchor. Do this during the first couple of weeks or so of January to signal to the universe and to your own subconscious that you are ready for a productive 2026. Number one, clear one physical foundation space. Pick one area in your physical environment that feels cluttered or unfinished. Could be a junk drawer, your digital desktop on your computer, your physical desktop, your car, your garage, your workspace. Spend 30 minutes organizing it. The Knight's Reason in Tarot, Pentacles represents the physical world. By organizing your outer space, you force your mind to stop spinning and focus on reality. Number two, the rule of one. Write down one big goal you want to achieve by mid 2026. Yeah, I'm not talking about next week. This is, give yourself some time, okay? By mid 2026, underneath it, write down only the first physical step required to start it. Okay. Example, if the goal is start a new business, the first step isn't write a business plan, it's buy a dedicated notebook to use, register a domain name. One simple first step, basically, we're talking about here. And the Knight's Reason, the Eight of Swords makes you feel trapped by the bigness of things. And this is with any goal. So all of those swords, eight swords, 8 thoughts and ideas. You can think of it as many, many multiple steps that it takes to reach a goal. And what happens with goals is we get overwhelmed by the bigness of it. So the Knight wins by making things small and manageable, step by step by step. So in coaching, actually, this is the coaching process for the majority of coaching. You start at somebody's goal and you're working with a client and you set the goal in the future at a specific time. Make it a specific time. That way there's more agency. If you leave it open-ended, that I eventually want to end at this goal, there's no momentum, you see. So you pick a time and I already said mid-year, so maybe it's mid-year for you. And then in order for that goal to be achieved, what did you have to do that week before, and the week before that, and the month before that, and the month before that, and just go all the way back, all the way to the present moment, breaking it up into easily digestible bites. And then lastly, number 3, plant a token of growth. This is brilliant. Buy a small plant or even a packet of seeds, let's say, and in the first week of January, plant them. And as you water it, tell yourself, as this grows, so does my stability. The Knight's Reason, he is the only knight who stays with his crop until harvest. This plant represents your commitment to 2026. You aren't looking for instant results. You are looking for growth. And then I got a final word for you for 2026. You don't need to be a new person in 2026. You just need to be a more grounded version of the person you already are. The swords in your mind are made of air. The pentacle in your hand is made of gold. Choose the gold. So there you go. And now you have it as a PDF and you can reread this over and over and plan your goals, plan your next steps, and get things rolling. There we go. Okay, let's see what's going on in... Oh, Leslie's in there. Hi, Leslie. Okay, and Nilda's... Oh, Nilda, I haven't seen you in a while. Okay, so we have some questions we're going to look at. Have to have some coffee. Oh my God, that is really good. We got a new coffee maker and I'm just really enjoying it. It's one, the K cups, one cup at a time thing. Love it. We were doing the big, carafes and it would get stale quick and stuff like this. So this is much better. So before we get to the questions and the things in chat and so forth like that, a few different things going on and announcements. And then I also want to do the personal year numbers real quick. That won't take very long though. Okay. So website link. We have a new website for 2026, which we launched even before the new community I'm going to talk about in a sec here. Tarotbiz.com. That's the new website for the Tarot Guild. It's modern. It's crisp, clean, really nice website. Go check it out. Tarotbiz.com. And you can find me and actually all of our staff members, and we're slowly getting some of our members that are certified onto the I call it the Tarot Advisors page, but it's readings. Tarotbiz.com/readings. If you go over there, you'll see us all. You can click on our image. We all have pictures and our names under that. Click the name or the picture. It'll take you to some of our members on there have websites, and it'll take you to their website. You can book a reading. Others have pages on tarotbiz.com, which if you're a member, you can get one of those, by the way. Yes, you don't have to build a website for an online business if you don't want to. And you get a custom URL like tarotbiz.com/dax/Michelle/your name. Yeah. So that's where you'll find us all. Let me see if I can pop that in the chat here. Readings. There we go. thetarotguild.com/readings. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, oh, wait a minute. No. Mistake. Sorry, guys. I messed up. See, we have two URLs, and sometimes I mess that up. It's this one here, tarotbiz.com readings. Yeah, for some of our other links to things, we use thetarotguild.com because on our new website, the way it's built, it's difficult to, it's not impossible, but it's difficult. You can't do it on the fly. Create a subdomain like tarotbiz.com/ you have to create a whole page. And sometimes I just want to send you guys like the PDFs, the two PDFs that I just linked earlier in the show. They're stored on the website, but I didn't want to make whole pages. I just want to send you to the document and you can click and download it onto your desktop or onto your phone or what have you. So I'm using thetarotguild.com, our old URL. It's a little long. I may work on getting a shorter one for this year, but meanwhile, it's what I had to use. Okay. So I like the Tarot Biz because it's shorter, and that's our actual main website now. But occasionally you'll see me put out thetarotguild.com/something. And that those are cases where I'm sending you to a PDF or I'm sending you to a page or somewhere. Maybe I'm sending you to Amazon, like a lot of our Amazon links to, I'll give you an example. The Soha Tarot that I'm using now, that gorgeous one that you were just looking at, I have a URL for that, and I'll pop it in the chat here. Boom. There we go. thetarotguild.com/SOHA Tarot, Soha Tarot. And that'll take you right to Amazon where you can buy your own copy of the deck. Yes, it's an affiliate link. We will get, 50 cents or something. It won't affect your price, but it's a good way to, help out the channel. Speaking of helping out the channel, before I do anything else, let me ask everybody to like and subscribe subscribe. Oh, it's over here. Subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. We're getting close to that 1,000 mark. And then if we hit the 1,000 and then we can hit 4,000 watch hours, we have 900, almost 1,000 videos on this channel. If we hit that, then we get monetized. So it would really help us out if you subscribe, click the bell icon so you're notified when we have upcoming live streams or we just uploaded a cool video or something like that. And be sure to like and preferably comment in the comments. You know, I'm not talking about live um, the live YouTube chat that we have going on right now. But after the show's over and the replay is available on our channel, if you go in and make a comment, hey, love the show, hey, I got something out of the personal year numbers, hey, I've got a question about something, that really helps the algorithm, you know. So subscribe, like, and comment on our videos. And if you have time, there's lots of great workshops and stuff on the channel. Watch some of them. You know, they're anywhere from a half hour to an hour. Some are longer, an hour and a half, 2 hours, but most of them are like 50 minutes, an hour, you know, or less. And that really helps us with our watch hours. We really appreciate that. Okay. And then some quick announcements here. I've been talking about the community we built on School. Yes. So, Powered by School, our new private community. If there's time later after the questions in the chat, I may take you on a quick tour. If not, we'll do it on maybe tomorrow's show. Yes, there's a show tomorrow. Yes. And remember, I was telling you about those links, those thetarotguild.com links. If you go to thetarotguild.com/community, that'll take you right over to the new private community for our members. And as you can see, it's $5 to join. Just click that button there. And it's private community. It has our course on there. It has all kinds of goodies. And we'll show you more of that later on. Let me put that in the chat for everybody too. thetarotguild.com/community. Okay, got that in the chat there. And what else? Okay, so we have a New Year's special for our members to get certified for 2025. So all you professionals out there, you should get certified for 2025. It's normally $134 per level. It's $78 per level right now on sale for New Year's. And again, same URL, because everything is now on our community site. Go over to thetarotguild.com/community, join for $5, and under the classroom section of the community, you'll see all the links at the top, all the different sections. We have a map and calendar. And if you click on classroom, you'll see the certification under there. Now, if you're a premium member, a lifetime member, the first level of certification, CTR, Certified Tarot Reader, is included. And if you join as a standard member, $5 a month, you can grab this special $78 per level. And if you're not ready for certification yet, and you want to learn tarot and numerology, my Tarot by the Numbers tarot and numerology course is on sale, New Year's special of $99. It's normally $299. And we have moved the entire course onto that classroom section of our Tarot Biz private members community on School that I was just talking about. So learn tarot and numerology for 2026. Maybe that's the one thing from that message from the universe that we did with the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Maybe that's that one thing you need to focus on and get done. And again, same URL, thetarotguild.com/community. If you go over there, join as a member for $5. And in the classroom, you'll see you can sign up for $99. So that's $200 off, folks. Now, if you are already sorry, if you decide, we have two other membership levels. We've got premium, and I think that's $44 a month. And then we've got VIP, which is just premium, but annually, if you'd rather pay annually. And you also save 60%. If you're a premium member or premium VIP member, the course is included, certifications included, everything's included with those. Okay. But you can go to thetarotguild.com/community, join for $5, and you can grab this New Year's special, $99 for my course. Also, when you join for $5, under classroom, you'll see our new workshop section where a lot of our past workshops are already available on there. And there's also a list. You just click the button for upcoming workshops, and it lists out all the upcoming workshops. And if you have any suggestions or requests for a topic for a workshop, just let us know. Just let us know. Yeah. By the way, I'm in the cafe today. I don't know if you guys even noticed, but and it's raining outside, just like it's been here in Tucson for a long time. Oh my God. Personal year numbers. Okay. So, real quick on the personal year numbers, I talked about the world year and I gave you the PDF download. There are 9 personal year numbers, and there's a little bit about each one on that PDF. The way you calculate your personal year number is, we already know the world year is 1. We already did the math on that. 2026, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6. It's 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. You always reduce, what we call reduction in numerology. You have a big number, multiple digits. You keep adding those digits to each other until you get down to a single digit. Okay. And then you just add that to your birth year. Sorry, I'm messing up here. You add that world year number to your attitude number, and you get your attitude number from the month you were born in plus the day you were born on, reduced to a single digit. So I'm June 16th, so that's 6/16. 6 plus 1 is 7 plus 6 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. So I'm an attitude number 4 structure. As an example, I was in the military. So, people that have an attitude or a life path 4 love structure. So I take that 4 plus the 1 and I get 5. So my personal year this year is 5. So I'm in a 1 world year with a personal year of 5. And if we look at the cheat sheet here real quick, under 5, 5 is a year of adventure and change. You won't be bored. Plan out your trips for the year, day trips to your local parks, museums, or long distance destinations. Create a vision board with all the places and things you choose to manifest this year. A 5-year brings fast energy. Seeking out activities and relationships that are grounding will be your best friend this year. You may want to add some things to your business or life. Great ideas come up in a 5-year plan. And in a 6-year, so that's next year for me, it'll pay off. It's not an ideal year for personal commitments. Yeah, you don't get married in a 5-year. You don't have kids in a 5-year, buy a new house, new car, anything. Don't do anything big. Don't sign any contracts of any kind in a 5-year. But if you do, take a good look, take it slow, and remember you are worth waiting for. Surprises await you around every corner, so go forward with an open heart. So that's a 5-year. You may have a 5 personal year. I don't know. You have to do the calculation. So take the month you were born in, add it to the day you were born in. And if you still have a couple of digits, add them together till you get to 1 digit. then add that to 2026, which we've already reduced to 1. And then you'll get your personal year number, and you already have the PDF download. You can look up whatever personal year number you're in. I'm 5, but you might be a 2 or a 7 or what have you, and check that out. And then look at this new 9-year cycle we're in and being in a 1 year. So I just read you the 5, right? And actually it lines up really well, a lot of the things that I said in the 5 there, because I'm in a 1 year. So this is a great year to really start new things, which was also indicated in the 5, because there's that adventurous energies. It's just go for it. So that's what I mean by, you have to, unless you're somebody like my mother-in-law, for instance, her personal year is that she's in the cycle is always the same as the world year. So it's a no-brainer. The rest of us, we have to take our personal year where we are in the 9-year cycle. Like I'm halfway through. I'm in the 5, but the world is starting a new cycle at 1 right now. So you have to look at that, right? So that's it. That's personal year numbers. That's all there is to it. I'm glad I got through that topic really quick, especially because we had the message from the universe earlier. Let's see what's going on. So Maria, hopefully you're still here. And okay. So you were asking kind of like a medical question, and we can't diagnose, or I know there's medical intuitives out there, but you're not supposed to do that. At least in the United States, it's illegal. Hang on. Need a sip of coffee here. Mm, 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 mm. And it's funny, we were just talking about my 5 personal year. I got the 5 of swords for you. Okay. And swords, again, modern interpretation, surgery. Yeah. Uh, that was combined though with the tower. Okay. So your actual question talking about, I'm wondering how will the removal go and all. Okay. It's not going to be easy. I'm getting, when you got the sword, the 5 of swords in the tower, you know it looks like you know it's gonna happen, but there might be complications, you know and it's all in your reaction. What's going on in the 5 of swords is the aftermath. It's the reaction. Okay. And you could be in a bad place, like the 2 figures, or you could be in a good place, the person in the foreground. And you have to decide how you're going to react to it. So it's not about what's actually happening with the procedure. It's how are you going to choose to react to the procedure. Okay. You can keep positive and heal and so forth, or you can react negatively, and then that's just going to, that's just going to keep things, uh I don't know how to put it, but like make it take longer to heal or something like that. Yeah. So Namira had said, Happy New Year and blessings to you all. Oh, it's 12:44, master number 44 right now. Mm-hmm. Let's see. And then Leslie had come in. Do you see me in a senior academic advisor position in 2026? Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay. Oh, 5 again. What is going on? So 5 of cups. You know, I got 2 yes cards and a no card. So it looks like it's going to happen, but this is the weird this is how it's going. Five of Cups, this is a card about not being happy about the outcome of something. In the ooh, I'm losing my green screen there. Usually there's 3 cups spilt and behind the individual, and they're slumped over, and but behind them is 2 upright cups. So it may seem initially like there's a problem or an issue, or you're not getting the position you want, but then you're forgetting that there's those 2 cups back there. And a lot of it has to do with overthinking. There's that 8 of Swords from the message today. It's back. It's back. Yes. So, wow, I was losing my green screen, but this is working better than the green screen on Zoom. So I'm on Zoom, but I'm using a program called OBS, which I always use. And I only just found out that on my Mac, I can hit the icon up there for the camera. I can switch to the OBS, and then there's all these great controls, which, by the way, I forgot to do. This one that I wanted to do so bad, and that was Happy New Year, welcome to the new year, welcome to 2026. Yes, I wanted to do that. Yay. And we got the confetti, but it also has just like on Zoom, it has backgrounds you could put in. Problem with Zoom is whenever I'd hold up a card, it would disappear. Like if it was here, you could see it, but as soon as I went beyond my body, it would disappear. So I love it. On OBS, it doesn't disappear, which is really cool. So now I can use backgrounds. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Oh, and I had that card up, and let me do that again. So it's the Justice card. Yep. So this tells me justice will be served, that you will eventually, yes, get that position, especially because it's 2 yes cards out of 3. So it's definitely leaning in your favor, Leslie. Okay, Leslie, Nilda, surgery on your right shoulder. Again, medical question. I can't really say too much about this. All right. But I'll tell you what I'm getting in relation to the situation, and your emotional state, things like that we can talk about. So I got 2 yeses, and they're both major arcana cards, which bodes well. So 2 out of 3, and a court card, which is, court cards are no in my system. But you got 2 yeses, so it's really leaning probably yes. So that was your original question. Do you see me having that? Okay. But everything's not clear. I got the moon card. And by the way, in this deck, I really love this card. Really great moon card. Oh, losing the green screen again. So, whenever you get the moon, things are not that clear. They're not that clear. It looks like with the Hierophant, you need to be going to a specialist, and it may be something about dialing that in. And then the suggestion from the tarot is the King of Cups. So that is talking about your emotional stability through the whole thing, to remain in control of the emotions involving it, and so forth like that. So I hope that helped you out. Yeah, let's see. How much time? Oh, we're doing good. We still got 10 minutes. That's pretty good. Did anybody else come in? Oh, Green Earth Creations came in. Happy 2026. Yay. Oh, I just got to do that again just because I love that. Happy New Year. I, I just love that. Oh my God. I'm gonna have too much fun with these reaction things. And oh, Dion came in too. Hi, Dion. And let's see, I'm going to scroll back up so I can see if I missed anybody's. Let me move my screen out of the way here. Da, 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 da. I lost my place. Da, 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 da. Maria said, "Am I blocked? Have I said something?" I'm not sure what you mean by that, Maria. You're not blocked. We saw your question and we answered it. So maybe you know, remember what was that thing I said about the Knight of Pentacles? Oh, having patience. Yeah. And what else was there? Oh, there it is. Namira, message from the universe. I knew there was another thing in here. Seven of wands. Seven of wands, seven of cups. Oh, okay. So that's a couple of things. So seven is the highest spiritual number in numerology, and it's one of the higher numbers. So you're past the five that I was talking about earlier. Five is that point of high energy which you need to break free of the structure of four. See, structure is great and four is great, and that's when you first manifest, but you really want double four. You want eight. Eight is the abundance number, and you can't get there without the five. You kind of have to have the chaos and the energy to break free and move into the higher numbers. And eight, abundance, is right after seven, so you're like on the precipice of it. You're like right there. In fact, you have the high ground. That's the main point of the seven of wands. So it may look like you're getting attacked from all sides, but actually you have the high ground. Got to get my green screen back here. You have the high ground. Ooh, it's not working too good. There we go. And you're at the top of the hill there, and you're kind of in control. And then the seven of cups. So the thing with the seven of cups is it's emotions because it's cups, but seven is a lot. And you see all the cups up there. In the traditional versions of the card, at least the Waite Smith tradition, there's all these different opportunities, different things and potentials and choices in each cup. And it's difficult sometimes to choose. And you might get bogged down in fantasy instead of reality. It's a card of fantasy as well. By the way, it does really look like fantasy in this card. So if we look also, so I'm going to tell you, Namira, to also, look at the message from today again with the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, that PDF. And anybody that just came in, if you missed that, let me grab the URL so you guys can grab the message. There we go. And also, if you missed the personal year PDF that has all that information, let me pop that in there for you too, because I know some people came in later. They might have missed those links. So, Namira, go and look at that document again, and read through it again and just sit with that, because what I'm seeing here with all these possibilities is kind of what that message was talking about. How to really succeed, you need to focus in on one thing. and complete that one thing. So you may in the Seven of Pentacles, sorry, the Seven of Cups, you may see all these fantastic ideas. You may have a lot of goals for 2026, or a lot of ideas for a business, or a new app you want to come out with, a website. I don't know. There's like so many things. It could be whatever it is for you, but it's not like you get rid of those. You just put them on the back burner, and then you focus in on this one thing through completion, plodding along like the Knight of Pentacles, step by step by step by step, and just finish it. And I got to do that this year. I'm basically, for me, it's going back to my hypnosis NLP life coaching studies, and completing the academy again. I want to go through it again because I have some things I want to do in 2026. One is to see clients, but the other thing is I have some ideas for our tarot readers in the Tarot Guild to really help them out with boosting confidence and clearing blocks and things like that, But I gotta finish the academy. So Namira says she's in a personal year of 3. Awesome. So if we look at that personal year chart, yeah, it's a time to create and communicate. So yeah, focus in on that one thing, Namir. And see, by the way, this is how numerology and tarot and everything all works together, right? So we got the information from this, and also from the Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and to focus in on the one thing. And then your personal year number, the numerology, is saying, it's a time to create and communicate. So, what's that creative project you've been dreaming about, and maybe you're supposed to write a book, start a podcast, start a YouTube channel, come out with a product, create something. And let's see, how we communicate is front and center this year. And then there's always the flip side. So on the flip side, in a 3-year, you can be dramatic, gossipy, or help others at your own peril. You may be really drawn to help other people, which is fine, but you may go a little overboard on that. In a 3-year, it's about bringing joy to all that you do. Keep a sense of humor this year. Yeah. And by the way, 3, like 3 life path, 3 attitude number, is the number of the comedian and the performer and the singer. Sometimes when people get a 3, I say, okay, go to karaoke. Yep. All righty. So that took care of like all the questions and everything. I'm going to see if I can, let me see if I can bring up the new school community and show you this real quick as we are completing the show here. But I'm going to see if I can share my screen with everybody. So that URL, thetarotguild.com/community, this is where it takes you. It takes you here to our new community on school. Now, first, I did want to mention our website, tarotbiz.com. This is the new website if you haven't seen it yet. An easy way to get to that community is under membership in the drop down, the private members community link. When you click that, it takes you right over to our community. This is inside the community right here. And then also under Learn Tarot, because our tarot course is also on the community. So the private course community and the private members community are the same thing. It's our new school community. And you click on that again. So that's the easy way. If you forget the URL, thetarotguild.com/community, you can always come here to the website, tarotbiz.com, and just in the drop-down menu, just click on private members community. It'll take you right over there. And this is the new community. And basically we are doing live Q&A and coaching sessions 2 to 3 times a week now. And in this group, you'll be able to network with other professional readers, professional tarot certification, business services, workshops, classes, my course, getting your own page and your own website. There's interview and appearance opportunities, ongoing promotion of you and your business, becoming a host on our network. And also the big thing is I'm doing tech and business support this year, whether it's building a website for you, helping you with your podcast, your YouTube channel, getting set up and running platforms like Hipsy or Standstore or School. And the big takeaway is you no longer have to go it alone. You have a whole community. And if you're confused by tech, that's the big thing that we like to help our members out with, because we have a lot of great readers, but they either don't have the time to go through the learning curve, set up their what's it called? Their calendar app, for instance, or their website, which, by the way, we're talking about booking and calendar app tomorrow. Yeah. So once you get into the community, you have the community page where everybody can post and comment on other posts. And you want to start here. And to open a post, you click it. And I have a few things that will get you started introducing yourself and telling us, what's your issues right now in your business and so forth, how we can help you, and other things that you can do right there. Then we have the classroom, and you'll be able to get in my course, the workshops I talked about, certification that I talked about, our member pages on tarotbiz.com. You get your own custom URL, or maybe you want a whole website built for you. And then my tech and business support. You just go in there and it explains all of that. And then we have the calendar. And the calendar has all of our events going on, like today's show. And we added private members only Zoom calls. These are not YouTube shows. The YouTube shows are on the weekend. These are private to our members only, and we may be adding some more. I may be popping on a Monday or a Tuesday during the day, or a Friday. And all you have to do is, like, here's tomorrow's show, where we're talking about online booking systems and manual booking and so forth. And when you click on this in the calendar, bring this pop up. It's got the time and everything. Should be in your time. I'm getting Phoenix time because I'm in Tucson. The Zoom link is right here. You just click the Zoom link and you can join us here on the Zoom during the live show. And if you want to join us just in the chat room, just watching the show, I've got the YouTube link in here. And then during the week, like our next private Zoom call is on the 15th. And you just click the link, get the pop-up. It's at 7 p.m. Phoenix time, which is Mountain right now. So 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern US time. Unfortunately, that's 2 a.m. in the morning if you're in London and parts of Europe. However, it's like 1 o'clock, I think, in the afternoon the next day in Sydney. So you can join us. And here's the Zoom link to join us on that private session. We had our first one a couple of days ago, and it was just me and Judy, but we had a great time. We talked for an hour and a half about tarot and running your tarot business and technology, and questions she had about YouTube and podcasting and things like that. It was great. So bring all your questions, and you can do that on the Sunday show too, by the way. And this month there are 5 Sundays and 5 Saturdays. So you'll be able to join us on the next Mystic Corner, which there's no Mystic Corner next Saturday, but on the 24th, you'll be able to join us on the Zoom as well as the show on YouTube because it's Crown Chair Saturday. Whoops. And we'll also have a show on Saturday, the 31st, and on the 1st of February, where you'll be able to join us via the Zoom link as a member. Again, it's only $5 to join. And even if you're not a professional tarot reader or an aspiring professional or something like that, if you're just, even if you just like getting the readings on the shows here, you can join for $5 and you'll be able to join us on the Zoom and ask your questions live instead of just in the chat. And you get priority. We'll take you and your questions first. Then all the members are listed here. I'm in the process of getting all of our lifetime members moved over. We've got about 40 of us on here now. And then the map is really cool because the map, you can zoom in somewhere and you can see where everybody is. It is just so cool. There's Gary, there's Deb Frew, Laura, and like if I go over to this one, this is me. And if I zoom in like that, there's Cooch Daniels, there's Rose, and Bonnie Chevet is in Vegas. There's Michelle and Sylvia Hart. And then let's see. There's Ellie. Ellie's in San Diego, my old stomping grounds there. So this calendar is calendar. This map is really cool. You can see where everybody is. And yeah, we are international. So, here's Nicholas in Greece and Linda, originally from the UK. And where is she? I forgot. She's in Hungary, yeah, but where? She's near Budapest, which is really cool. And then let's see, we just got Suzanne just got on, and you may recall if you've taken my course, her and I many moons ago, when I had dark hair. When we were young, doing that course, Tarot by the Numbers, and she helped me out with the first few parts of it there. And there's Veronica. Let's see. Okay. And we have a whole lot more than that, but we haven't gotten everybody on yet. So if you're listening to this and you're a lifetime member, get a hold of me so I can get you into the free group, into the group free, because it is a membership, but it's only $5. So any of you can join us here. By the way, here's Vivian Aubin, and one of our past hosts, and you guys all know Pamela Steele. Yeah. Who else was up there? I think it was and Michelle Crawford's over there. Raven, John just got on. He just got on the community. Yeah. So it's really cool. And then we have leaderboards, and we're going to start doing prizes for when you get up to different levels. So about 3% of us are at level 4. And when we start getting into higher levels, we're going to have some really cool things going on with that. And then there's notifications, everything going on. And here's where you chat. Okay. And so if you see me on like a post here, you can hover your cursor over and it pops up. Of course, this is me seeing me, so it doesn't show it, but usually there'll be a chat button right here. So if I go to Laura's, for instance, I can click chat. I can follow her and go to her profile. So click chat, or over her profile image, you can click chat. And then the other way you can do it is you can go to members, and when you're I'm the admin, so it has all this stuff, but when you're in here as a member, up here it'll have active and all, and it'll have a button for admin. It'll say one because that's me. Just click admin and then I will pop up. I'm also like way at the bottom over here at the very bottom. By the way, I have a test profile. You'll see the red X. Don't message my test profile. Message this one. That's actually me. Okay. And so yeah, you see any of your friends, you can just hover over their image or their name and you can click chat. So yeah, we have live chat on there. Uh, Go in here and post about things as well. So that's our new platform, which is really cool. I love the classroom because I have the whole course on here, and this is module 11. I have clicked for some reason anyway, but you can see all the resources are on the modules. You can download the PDFs, but start with the start here, right? And then you go into module 1, and there's some resources. Oh my God, there's me and Suzanne when we were way young, and she helped me with module 1 and module 2. There's all of us, and then module 3 goes into the rest of the course, and you can see some of the resource links and downloads, PDF downloads and stuff like that. So it's just, this new platform is just really cool. I hope you'll join us on there. Again, it's $5 a month. Yep. All righty. And then the last thing I want to leave you guys with, I went a little over because I did that walkthrough, but it's so cool. Yeah, anytime you want to send us a tip, tarotbiz.com/coffee is that. But tomorrow, join us tomorrow for online booking systems. We'll talk about things like Calendly and Acuity and TidyCal. And we'll also talk, should you do that or manual booking? Why would you do manual booking when you can do these really cool apps? Well, there are reasons. We'll get into, all of that. Ellie Moonchild is going to be with me, and she's the expert on this stuff. We're going to talk about that. And then next weekend, hopefully Michelle will be back. We will be celebrating 16 years of broadcasting and podcasting on the Saturday show on the 18th. And let me check my calendar here real quick. Something seems off. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, Sunday the 18th. I'm sorry. There's no show on the 17th. I have meetings next Saturday. And so Michelle moved her third Saturday show to the third, or to the first Saturday of the month, which was the third, but she couldn't do that one. So hopefully she'll be back on the 24th, but she may be joining me on the 18th with everybody else for celebrating 16 years of broadcasting and podcasting. And then the next weekend is Michelle's Mystic Corner. And remember, on her Crown Chair Saturday, that's the fourth Saturday of the month, every month. And if you're a member, you can join us on her show. And then that Sunday, January 25th, we're going to talk about collaborating with metaphysical shops, getting your cards on their table. And then the last show of the month, Saturday, January 31st, should you create your own online store or open an Etsy shop, working on getting, that is Dr. Rose's topic. So Dr. Rose is going to be with us. We're working on getting Gary Karp on too, because he has a lot of Etsy experience, and we'll be talking about that. And then we're in February, that's Sunday, how to pitch yourself for podcasts and guest blogs. Yes, for 2026, get you and your business out there. All righty. So yeah, that's everything coming up on the network. And I will see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully see a bunch of you new members on the new community for 2026, the Power by School. Yeah. So come on over and join us, and I'll see you in the community. I'm almost always in there, you know, and there's a functionality for it's like Zoom teleconferencing right there on the platform. And I haven't messed with that yet. So I'm thinking of playing with that. And I may start doing like daily live sessions where I'm in there. Yeah. So look for that as well. Go over to, let me see if I can pop the link in here again. You can go to tarotbiz.com and click on private community, members community under members, membership. But go to thetarotguild.com/community. I had that link somewhere too, and I can't figure out where I did with it. I guess I lost it, but it's on here. There we go. thetarotguild.com/community. Go over there and join us. It's just $5. That's our New Year's special. Normally 9. It's gonna be like $9 a month. Yeah. All righty. So I'll see everybody tomorrow. Goodbye for now, everyone.